Hello and welcome to Aarohan Coaching Institute. In our last lecture of Indian Polity, we discussed the Indian Councils Act of 1861 and the Indian Councils Act of 1892. Those who haven't watched the video, please go and watch it once you are done with this lecture. It will take just a few minutes and you will be able to understand it properly. In this video, we will discuss the Indian Councils Act of 1909. If you still haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to it and give a thumbs up to the videos so that we know our videos are helping you in your preparations. So without any delay, let's get started. In the previous video, we have already discussed that after the Great Revolt of 1857, the British government felt the necessity of seeking the cooperation of the Indians in the administration of their country. And to implement this decision, 3 acts were enacted by the British Parliament in 1861, 1892 and 1909. The Indian Councils Act of 1909 is an important landmark in the constitutional and political history of India. This act is also known as Morley Minto Reforms because Lord Morley was the then Secretary of State for India and Lord Minto was the then Viceroy of India. Now let's discuss the features of this act. It considerably increased the size of the central and provincial legislative councils. The number of members in the Central Legislative Council was raised from 16 to 60. The number of members in the provincial legislative councils was not uniform. It retained official majority in the Central Legislative Council but allowed the provincial legislative councils to have non-official majority. So, again, non-official means Indian members. It enlarged the deliberative functions of the legislative councils at both the levels. For example, members were allowed to ask supplementary questions, move resolutions on the budget, and so on. Most importantly, this act, for the first time, advised the association of Indians with the executive councils of the Viceroy and governors. Satyendra Prasad Sinha became the first Indian to join the Viceroy's executive council. He was appointed as the law member. It introduced a system of communal representation for Muslims by accepting the concept of a separate electorate. Under this separate electorate, the Muslim members were to be elected only by Muslim voters. Thus, the Act of 1909 legalized communalism, and Lord Minto came to be known as the father of communal electorate. It also provided for the separate representation of presidency corporations, chambers of commerce, universities, and zamindars. Now let's once again quickly have a look at the key points of this act. Firstly, the number of members in the Central Legislative Council was raised from 16 to 60. This act allowed the provincial legislative councils to have non-official majority. Indians now can be elected to the executive councils of the Viceroy. Satyendra Prasad Sinha became the first Indian to join the Viceroy's executive council. It introduced a system of communal representation for Muslims by accepting the concept of separate electorate. This act legalized communalism. Lord Minto came to be known as the father of communal electorate. Separate representation of presidential corporations, chambers of commerce, universities, and zamindars were initiated. So that's it for this video. Please go and watch other videos that we have uploaded and kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel so that we know our videos are helping you in your preparations. That's all for now. Thank you so much.